Do you, Nicole and Albert, take this baby to be your lawful child, to love and to cherish in sickness and in health, to be gentle and patient when you haven't slept for a week, to lovingly keep the house clean and prepare exciting meals, possibly gourmet meals? Will you give up golfing, tennis, swimming afternoons, and give up sexual relations for some time to come?
That's enough. Yes, there are some things you may have to give up for some period of time, but the rewards are so much greater, and these rewards will last a lifetime. Yes, that's right. They're going to have to come home one day. Yes, that's right. That includes the baby. No, things are not going to be the same as before. Some things have changed already. Remember when Nicole said she hoped the house was nice and clean? Well, clean doesn't mean the same anymore. What she means is sterile. So clean that the doctor can do an operation on the kitchen table if he needs to. Yes, that clean.
How's that?
Now, how about a quick shower and a clean shirt, and you're ready for one of the biggest days of your life?
Oh, rightio.
Babies should be transported in a baby capsule, also called an infant safety seat. The capsule needs to be fitted according to the manufacturer's specifications. You can have it fitted at an approved location. Secure the baby in the capsule for even the shortest of trips. Some mothers have peace of mind knowing that the capsule is fitted before it's actually needed. Ventilation is not usually too good in the car seat, and the baby can easily overheat, so particularly on a hot day, do not wrap the baby. The main thing to remember is that the baby is unable to protect itself from danger, so you need to think ahead. Remember, when handling the baby, babies have very little neck control, so you always have to support their head. Be careful not to drop the baby. Keep the baby in a safe place until you're ready to handle the baby, like in the bassinet, stroller or crib. Remember that hot drinks and babies don't go together, so get into the habit from the start of keeping hot drinks well away from the baby. You don't need that. I'm John the midwife and I'm here to help.
Oh, beauty.
Let's go. It's up to you whether you choose disposables or cloth nappies. There are now new nappies available that work like a disposable but are reusable. This makes them more environmentally friendly. Set aside a safe area where you can change the nappy. A change table with a ledge to prevent the baby rolling off is ideal. Always work at a suitable height to prevent back strain. Always keep one hand on the baby to prevent the baby rolling off. Before you change your baby, make sure you've got all your items together that you're going to use.
Rightio.
Okay, wash your hands first so that you're clean.
Done that.
Okay, you've done that? Cotton wool and water, if you want to clean the baby just with water. Or you can use moist towelettes. Okay, we're going to change the nappy.
Rightio.
Take off the wraps first.
Yeah.
Tuck the front under, so you've got a clean area to work with. Now for little girl, you always wipe from the front to the back, okay? So that they don't get any infections and you're not carrying the poo forward. You can wipe down one side, down the other side, then dry the same way. And with boy babies, ensure that poo is not collecting under the foreskin, but don't pull back the foreskin. If the baby's bottom is becoming red or excoriated, clean and dry the skin well and place a barrier cream on the area to protect the skin. Ask your pharmacist or healthcare professional for further advice. When you're using a disposable nappy, the picture's always at the front. That helps you tell you how to put them on. Lift her legs up and put the back halfway up. Then bring it up, pull the tabs out, With cotton nappies, babies are often aware that they are wet soon after they pass urine. Urine is acidic, so tends to burn their bottom. With disposable nappies, the moisture is absorbed away from the skin. With pooey nappies, the nappy must be changed as soon as possible. The principle is simply that the baby is clean when you are finished, and remember, there are different ways to achieve this.
I've taken off my watch and my ring so I don't scratch the baby.
That's good, that's really important. Okay, let's bath this baby.
Right.
Okay, before you start anything, a couple of things to know.
Uh-huh.
Okay, make sure the phone's turned off so you're not interrupted, and you've got to have everything ready before you start. All right, I've got all my equipment. The water, I filled up the bath. It's about 38 degrees Celsius or 98 degrees Fahrenheit. Nice and warm. Okay? All right, the other thing I'm going to need is a washer, so I'll leave that over here. My bath solution, actually you can put that in now. It's just a drop. Stir it up. Or a drop of lavender oil, you can use that as well. I'm going to wash her face first, out of the bath, with a couple of cotton wool pieces. I'm going to wipe from the inner eye to the outer eye. Make sure you have a good grip on the baby so the baby won't slip out of your hands. Now you've washed between the creases in the groin and under the arms. If the baby's done a poo, clean the baby's bottom first before placing the baby in the bath. Now, just give her hair a bit of a wipe with your hand. Now that she's all nice and clean, go back to the grips you had before and carry her safely and slowly back onto the table. The principle is simply that the baby is clean when you're finished. And remember, there are different ways to achieve this. Dry the baby well, especially in the creases, and get the baby dressed appropriately. When it comes to belly button care, fashions are always changing. Just keep the cord clean and dry, and in a few days or weeks the stump will drop off. If there is any ooze or smell from the cord, this needs to be discussed with your healthcare professional promptly. The most important thing to remember is that newborn babies are not yet able to control their body temperature, which means they can easily become cold or too hot. When deciding how many layers to put on the baby, as a general rule, women tend to feel the cold more than men, so dress the baby with the same number of layers as the mum. On a cold day, add an extra layer or blanket. On a very hot day, dress the baby the same as yourself. A nappy and singlet would be quite sufficient. To check how warm the baby is, check the chest or tummy area, as hands and feet are not the best way to judge. Babies can lose a lot of heat from their heads, so keep their heads covered in cool environments. And it's a good idea to keep their feet warm too. All parents have their own ideas about who and how often the new baby can be picked up by other people. Just remember that newborn babies are still developing their immune system, so they're not able to fight infections very well. Ensure that you do not expose your baby to contagious infections. Make sure everyone touching the baby washes their hands first. If anyone has an active cold sore, then they must not come in close contact with the baby. If you suffer from cold sores yourself, discuss this with your doctor. Building a relationship. The way to build a relationship that you and your child will treasure for life is to spend time with your baby, getting to know your baby. Simple things like touching, massaging, talking, reading and singing to your baby are ways to show you care.
Look at these pretty shapes. Isn't it nice? Oh, there's a face and circles. Look at this. Oh, isn't that nice? And Mummy and Daddy and little baby bear all went for a walk in the forest. Look, what sort of tree is that? Oh, beautiful flowers. They decided to pick some of them.
Massage is really such a powerful tool, and research has shown that it helps infants thrive. This means to gain weight, which shows the babies are doing well. Massage leaves babies feeling relaxed and calm and is wonderful for bonding with mum and dad. It's easy to do. Ensure that the environment is warm and peaceful. You can play some soothing music to enhance the experience. Make sure you're in a comfortable position and that your baby can lie safely on your lap. With the baby lying on their back, start with the trunk and then go on to the arms and legs. Turn the baby over and do the same thing. The main thing is to use gently stroking movements on the baby's body. Initially, a lot of babies don't like too much touching and generally prefer to keep their clothes on, so introduce massage slowly. You can start by massaging them over their clothes, and when they seem to enjoy that, move on to massaging them naked. Also, watch how they respond and slowly increase the massage time. Gentle, slow, flowing movements are what are needed. When it comes to feeding your baby, we all know that breast milk is the perfect milk for human babies. The World Health Organization recommends that breast milk is best for babies. Apart from being made up of the perfect ingredients that are easily digested by the newborn baby, breast milk also contains antibodies to help protect your baby from infections. It also helps reduce the risk of your baby developing allergies and has the added benefits of being instantly available and at the perfect temperature. Breastfeeding mums can express extra breast milk to be used when mum is not available. Feed the baby when the baby tells you they are hungry, but make sure the baby takes at least 6 good feeds in 24 hours. You'll know that your baby is getting enough feed if the baby has at least 6 to 8 wet nappies in a 24-hour period, is gaining significant weight over a period of a week, and is settled between most feeds. Newborn babies, when they're establishing breastfeeding, may feed 6 to 12 times in 24 hours, but formula-fed babies usually need about 6 to 8 feeds a day. It's a good idea to change the nappy before commencing a feed, because they often fall asleep by the end of the feed, and also lifting their bottom up when their stomachs are full may lead to them bringing up some milk.